Good afternoon, I am Crimson Skies, and welcome to day 4 of my Entropia Universe journey. Now yesterday, I made a mistake of traveling all the way out to a location that I had no real business being in. The reason being, desperately searching for a place for me to mine some iron. However, I find the adventure to be just too risky, and I decide to immediately head back to Camp Icarus where I feel relatively safe. Hopping in my vehicle, driving all the way to the river, crossing the river, and then making my way back to the hangar so that I can teleport to safety in Camp Icarus. Now that I'm back, I figure it's better for me to do the quests given to me since they should be around my level. Seeing I got a colonist jumpsuit quest, which seems to allow me to get multiple colored jumpsuits, I hop on the first objective, hunting 15 creatures. With so many punies nearby, I quickly accomplish that task. Checking my next objective, I need to head to a specific location near the swamp area. However, since I'm still in a safe location, I don't necessarily want to travel too far just yet, so I go out and buy some probes and do a bit of mining. Not really getting anything of real value, and refusing to sell the Listerium, I give up on that and decide to finally move on to the next stage of the quest. Teleporting to Port Atlantis, and then making my way to the marker north of the swamp. Once I get there, the marker moves to another location on a nearby island. Quickly traveling to that point, the marker moves to a third location. As soon as I get to that point, I'm given a new quest with the CDF. However, I choose not to do that quest just yet and try to claim the green suit, but realizing that I either need to trade in the yellow suit for the green one or get a bunch of leather, I decide to keep the yellow suit and do something else for the time being. I remember seeing videos of locations where a bunch of people sweat out mobs together, figuring making a little ped might be the best choice. I mark a location where I believe the location was for Boreas. Once I get to my marked location, however, I realize I was not in the right place at all. Venturing further, the nearby mobs get more aggressive. Worse yet, I'm not strong enough to fight them. Something started damaging my vehicle, so I quickly hopped out and put it away, choosing to continue on foot. However, as I kept pushing forward, the nearby mobs began chasing me, and by the skin of my teeth, I make it to safety. After looking up where the actual location of Boreas is, I attempt to travel there. Unfortunately, I run into a location of extremely high level mobs, and I get one shot, my vehicle destroyed, and sent back to that little outpost where I came from. So with the so, with the vehicle I got from the starter bundle, and now which is now my main vehicle, I retreat back to Camp Icarus. And after watching multiple videos, I decide I'll just farm sweat at Camp Icarus while building up my evade skill. I did this for about an hour and a half before deciding it's time I do something else. Well, anything else. Looking through my quest log, I see one to speak to a trail guide, remembering that one being the actual continuation of the quest chain I followed earlier. I went there and spoke with him. After chatting with the trail guide, he asked me to go and visit a few key locations: North Swamp Camp, Orthos Westmount, and Fort Fury. With this information, I head off to my first location, the North Swamp Camp. As close as it was, in the fact that I was actually there before, I quickly drove past it onto the second location, Orthos Westmount. Now, looking at the map, I noticed there was a location I could teleport to that was closer to the third marker once I got there. The location being Hestia. So I teleported there. And wow, this place is pretty cool. Well, it's empty to be honest, but I remember having looked up land plots and not really understanding fully what they were. But seeing this location and just looking at some of the people's homes, I do actually want to own a plot of land. So maybe in the future, I'll try to build up to being able to do that. However, on the final location, onto the final location, Fort Fury. I hop the river and try to make my way up the mountain. Unfortunately, near the top there was a much stronger mob than I had hoped for and was killed and sent back to Hestia. I decided I was going to take a different route, finding a road on the way there, and with that one road I managed to get all the way to Fort Fury with little issue. After having made it to the destination, I was tired and ready to call it a night, ending my gaming session and went to bed. Thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you next time.